Hello, hello. I think my dog left. She doesn't want to hang out with me for Shiny Thursday today. Oh, okay. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I'm just trying to do all this. Come on, Facebook. All right, there we go. We're on Facebook now. All right. So, good morning. Happy Thursday. Today is June 11th, which I feel like is a time in the middle of like no man's land for TPT. I feel like we're not going to see a lot going on in our stores this week, and that's okay. It happens. It happens. I personally, oh, she's right here. She is here. She's you can see her behind my Christmas tree right here. Hilarious. Okay. So what I always like to make in the summer months is classroom decor. I haven't posted anything this month for that, but there's stuff happening in the back end to get that out hopefully soon. And then maybe we'll make a whole bunch of money this summer. Who knows? I feel like with classroom decor, like you can make it in like April or June, and then people are buying it pretty quickly. Like the last big one that I made was like, I think I made it in May and it was making many, many, many sales that summer. And then the next summer it sold even more. And then the next summer it kind of flopped because people stopped wanting that keyword. So I feel like if we just keep making classroom decor, like that's the ticket to summer sales, right? There's other things that do really well, like curriculum bundles, like if you have like a preschool curriculum or like obviously more than preschool, like a middle school curriculum or something, fantastic that takes you a lot of work and is very challenging to create. I feel like that would do really well. Um, and summer things, it's just a little challenging in the summer. So what I'm saying is be patient with your sales this week, this month, this summer, because it's a little hard. It's a little hard. But it's hard for everyone. The people who have, sales really far down, this year they are the loudest, but most of us are seeing an increase or maintaining. So you just keep creating products, you keep working on your older products. Um, and yeah, so another thing I wanted to talk about was, gosh, sorry, I just looked at your comment and then I got distracted and I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, someone in, so we have Design Tips and Giggles with Pam and Beth Ann on Tuesdays, and someone mentioned um, like creating a workflow to update products, like an update products challenge. And I was wondering if anyone else might be interested in something like that. Because I've been kind of working with Chatty this morning on that, and I think we got a good flow going. I think we can make something pretty awesome with that. I think that'll work. I think we can make a challenge. And I feel like summer is the best time to do a challenge like that, and it would be fun. So if you guys are interested in something like that, let me know. Good morning, Alice, and good morning, Nora. Thanks for showing us how to do the cut lines. I made woodland animals in Midjourney and then tried the cut lines, and did it work? Was it awesome? I have been trying to make woodland animals in Midjourney. So I made these really cute dogs that I'm like obsessed with, and you guys saw that in the last video of the for the cut lines. And I want to make, like what I want to make everything ever in that same exact theme. Like I want them all to look like that, like hand drawn like that and really beautiful. Um I wish I could draw. But anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to make woodland woodland creatures, and they keep messing up the skunk. Like they keep just making it like beige, and I'm like, skunks are not beige. Like what has happened? Skunks are not beige. So it was very silly, and that reminded me of it. Okay, and then I wanted to head over to Facebook because I feel like there's always comments and then I miss them because people, yeah, let's see. Uh, People say something to me and then I didn't see it. All right, there we go. So we have it open. All right, we are good. Okay, so today we're going to be working on some this or that. Summer edition or 4th of July would be a good one. Let's head over to Teachers Pay Teachers and look. Let's see. But anyway, first off, I want to say hi. My name is Beth Ann Averill. I show people how to create super awesome, fun templates for themselves in PowerPoint. We also use Canva inside the membership. But basically, what I do is I take a trend that I find in the search, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then we make a template with it. And then I give you that template if you're in the membership. And if you're not, then you can build it with me and make your own awesome collection of templates. And then once you're done, like you have this beautiful collection, you can make $1 bajillion, and then maybe you'll come support me, my family, and, or you could just remember me when you're a bajillionaire and be like, oh, Beth Ann Averill, help me get here, So yeah, I wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Inside the membership, we have like over 100 templates total. And we've been doing Trendy Thursday for almost 4 years now. So it's quite a bit. I've only missed a handful every year, but yeah, so excited to be alive. We and alive. We have summer Fridays now, so I start at 8:30 a.m. and I actually work at 9 now. Oh wow. I love that. I love that for you. Okay. So let's get to it. I'm just a chatty Cathy today. You'll have to forgive me. Oh, here's Spun. Where's Spun? All right, so let's head on over to my BFF Teachers Pay Teachers. All right, so first thing I like to do is click on the search bar right here, and it drops down what people are searching for right now. So people are going to be searching for end of the year activities for the rest of June. They're also looking for it the entire month of May. So if you have any end of the year products, I highly encourage you to post them and potentially make $1 bajillion. People are searching for them. Just don't tell work. I'm watching you instead of working. Okay, I won't tell anybody. Secret. I like to click on here and see like end of the year activities. End of year is a really big one. Like that and back to school are super huge, like money making opportunities, because at the beginning of the year, teachers are excited. They're like, oh yeah, I want to do all this wonderful stuff with my classroom. I'm gonna do all this awesome stuff, right? And they're excited about their classroom. So they're excited to spend money to be like, okay, this math is going to be fantastic for my students. They're going to love it. And at the end of the year, they're like, I hate everything, I'm just kidding. They might not say that, but like, you know what I mean? Like they're tired. They don't want to do it anymore. Like you've all been there. You've all been there. You've all been in school in May when you're just like, oh, I can't wait till summer. So end of the year activities is always a good one. And there's a few months that you can do those. So if you like, I mean, the best time to make these kind of products is in like April. But the next best time is today, right? So if you have an end of the year product on your hard drive like I do, put it up today. Maybe you'll make some sales this year, but next year you'll be ahead of the curve and people will find your product and you'll be making $1 bajillion. Another one is summer craft, end of the year, and Father's Day. I'm sorry, end of year and Father's Day. So what you can do with this information, when you click on the search bar, it shows you the top 5 searches right now. You can take one of these, like summer, and then it drops down what they're searching for with summer. So summer word search would probably do really good right now. I don't think there's much competition with that. But you can look up summer and then you can press space and then put down a letter like I. And it's like summer. I spy, idioms, inferences, inferencing. You could put a D for door decor, directed drawing, dot marker crafts. Ooh, I love that. Dot art. Those are fun. But you just put any letter in and it's just going to show you all these awesome things, right? And so you go here and you just find idea, do not do Olympics. I see that in the search. You don't want that. That is very much going to not be good. So the thing with teachers pay teachers is when there's like a trademark violation or a copyright infringement, they take your product down and then they refund. I don't think copyright. I think it's mostly trademark. Like if something is taken down and people can't access it anymore, TPT will give teachers their money back if they bought your product. So like if you make a Mickey Mouse thing and Disney's like, you know, then that's what Mickey Mouse says, you know, he's, then they'll give back all that money. So don't fall into the trap of, oh, this is really easy to rank for, and I'm making a whole bunch of money because it's Olympics. The reason why it's really easy to rank for is because there have been, they go through and they clear those out pretty frequently. The people who own it have to do it, but once they know that it's on TPT, they'll go through and clear it pretty frequently. So I wouldn't do something like that, right? So what I wanted to do today was this or that. And I saw this in, I think I did like summer, and then I was like, what TH? And then it showed up. But I saw this like summer, this or that, or summer edition. You can also do like you can ask other letters and see if anything else pops out. This or that summer. Sometimes you can get like the 4th of July in here. I don't think there's going to be any. I think we're going to get only these 5 today, and that's okay. Once you have this product, you can create it for every season. I can't believe there's no other ones. Oh, there, PowerPoint. Okay, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I've seen them with July, like 4th of July. This or that July. Like, yeah, 4th of July. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I've seen it. It's happened. Although all of these, girl. Okay. There is no products here that fulfill. Okay, it's not in the search though, so I guess I wouldn't do it. Oh, but man, look at that. Like if you do this or that, like you'd be on the first page for July. But let's see if there's like 4th of July. So yeah, all of these are not really, there's like clip art. It would be really easy to rank, I feel like, if it's not in the search though. So we can do this or that, and then like any of these. I don't normally search for it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. I was just so encouraged by July. But normally what I would do is just find it in the search and then make a product based on what I find in the search. But I clicked on it on accident. All right, so let's do so another word for this or that I wrote in my notes is like, would you rather? So we could look up that. Would you rather? And then look at that. There's a summer edition. There's a writing prompt. That's what I would love. Let's see if there's a July here. No. What is happening? Does no one care about the 4th of July? Last day of school, would you rather? That would be fun. So yeah, there's all these ideas of things you can do for this. I encourage you to build this with me today, and then moving forward, just search for it every few weeks, and then if there's another one, you can make another one, right? So what I plan to do with this, obviously, I make preschool products. So I would make this for preschool things. Another idea. So I see a lot I imagine a lot of these, like, would you rather and this or that. I imagine that they are like Google Slides, right? They're like you have uh like you have like this or that, and then they would pick whichever one they like. I would imagine that is the most frequent. I don't want to make that though, because that's boring to me. So and then you would just put like a little text box that's like or, and I would center it. Like this is how I would do it if I were to be doing a um but I'm not going to do this because this is boring to me. I would do like a cutesy tootsy, like this one, brownie, this or that, right? And you can also extend it. I like to extend it all the way to the edges so I knew for certain that it's a centered. But if you don't have it centered, or if you don't have it like the whole page, if you center it in the top and then you like pull this over, just make sure this dot is in the middle and then it's still centered. So that's what most people would do, I feel like, is like this or this. And you can make like 40 Google slides. There you go. I don't know. It's boring to me, so I'm not going to be doing that. So like, I mean, it would, you could do that. You could do that. I don't plan to do that. Um, is Facebook okay right now? I feel like okay. I probably wouldn't do that right now. So what I would do is like, I don't know. Let's see what we could do. Let's give some ideas. All right. So first thing I would do is I would go over to PowerPoint and I would open up a page. My pages, I edit them and I put them as um, 8.5 by 11. So you can do that under design. And then you come over here to slide size and then custom slide size and then put 8.5 by 11, then press OK. And then it'll be like, do you want to maximize fit or sure fit or like something like that in sure fit? It doesn't matter what you press because there's nothing on the page yet. Okay. So what I would think about would be something I was thinking about for this was like to make, I have notes. I can show you. I'll do really quick what I'm thinking. All right, over here. So here's our little paper. Let's do, okay. Let's do shape outline of black though and make it 3 because that's what I like. Okay. And then let's go home and do another one. So I was thinking we could create something like this where it's like this or that. Sort that. And then have some like cards that are like this. But now that I'm looking at it, I think I want to do something different. But like this is my idea. My main idea is you do this or that, and then you'd have like lined pages. Right? Something like this. Or that. Okay. Oh, so funny. Okay. All right. And then you would, just put it over here. Like that's what I was thinking. Something like this. But now that I'm thinking about it, you wouldn't I was thinking we could make like little cards that go in each of these, but you wouldn't want ones that are too different. Like you wouldn't like if it was like apple or banana or like roller coasters or, picnics, whatever. You wouldn't want to have like apples with roller coasters because that doesn't make sense. Like you want them as a couple. So I feel like we should make something like this. This is so much, so much color. All right. And then they would have like, you could, I guess, add this on here, this or that. and then they could use this with their cutting or like with their lined paper, something like that. That's what I'm kind of thinking, like beach or pool, like, you know, I don't know. I would find some keywords. And then you could also do like, well, let's just get into it because, like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. All right. So, this is kind of my idea. Oopsies. I like to put this. This is my guideline. The guidelines go across, and uh, the grid is like these boxes inside, the squares inside, and then I have rulers. So if you like are over on the wing somewhere and you press, you right click, you can do all that. So there's the ruler and then grids and guides. Um, I have the guides on, and then I have the grid lines, and I have a vertical guide and a horizontal guide, and I just put them in the on the 0 so that I can clip things there. So there we go. Let's do it now. All right. So let's do just this like mega pack, right? So I'm gonna try to get as many things in as I can for you today, and we're gonna see where it goes. Okay. So, you know what we should do? You know what we should do is we should insert a table. So I'm just going to kind of rapid fire this and see what we can do. All right. So I would so I went home and I inserted a table, and then I just grab it and I make it the whole page. And then over here on table tools under table design, you're going to change this to 3, pen color black. And then you'll do all borders, and then the shading is going to be white, right? So then we take this dog, this dog. I don't know if you can hear her, but I can hear. I can hear. Okay. Just, oh my goodness. All right. So we have this, and then we're gonna grab this corner. We're gonna hold Control and Shift so that we can make it smaller, and it like radiates. There we go. I think that's good. Something like that. Right? And then we're going to do this or that. So that's what I was thinking. So they could cut these out. We could even make these into, instead of this 3-point, if you go up here to this, this pen style, you can make it into dashes, and then you just click border and it'll make dashes for you. If that's something you like, cause they are going to be cutting it out, or you could even, if you like the dashes, but only like in the middle right here, you can go to borders and then do so I made it the dashes up here. You can just go to inside borders and it'll just change the inside border. Like, I love PowerPoint. Love PowerPoint. So I'm going to keep that as solid. And then we're going to make this or that. So what I'm going to do is add this or that. And then I put it up here in the middle, which I don't know. I think it's in the middle. My kids are screaming. Yay. All right. So with this being a kids product, what I would recommend is not using some cutesy tootsy font like this. Although, let me tell you, I love cutesy tootsy fonts. don't don't think I'm not obsessed with them. All right. But something like this, if you're doing this for like preschool, they might really struggle with understanding what that says. Uh, but then again, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. But a good font that people like in this niche is this KG Right Hands. So if you find this on Teachers Pay Teachers, it's a free download, but if you want to use it commercially, you have to spend $5. And $5 is like nothing. So, and then you can use it forever. Like I paid the $5 to use it. And then I think I added another one just so that I could like pay this lady again, because I was like, I use this all the time. So I think I added it, but I don't remember. It's been a while. But I remember I was like, this lady is fantastic. I love this so much. Okay. So this is what I would do for that. And then you can add, I like to add clip art just so like there are two parts. Let's do this like rounded square. You can come over here and do this. And then do shape fill and shape outline. And then make the outline a little more weighty. I like to do that. And then duplicate and bring it over here. Oh, I see it's a little different. I don't like that. All right, there we go. Something like this. And then we will align middle. There we go. Okay, so I would do that. And then just grab this bad boy and put it down here. Okay, there you go. So you could do something like that. What I would do with this is I would take some clip art. I use generally I just use rainbow sprinkle these days. But if I were I don't know. Let's just find some clip art in my thing. Pictures, clip art, themes, seasons, weather and seasons. There we go. Summer. Okay, summer doodles. Okay. So it's not what I wanted. Okay. We will do this one right now. Gosh, I don't know. Let me bring this over so that I'm not like looking at something without you guys. Go over here. Well, I don't know what I have in my downloads. I don't want to. Okay. I know that I download a lot of. Here's some Play-Doh. No, that's not it. I just look up RSS. That's where I find all my error. Here we go. So we could do something like these guys. Like maybe you could do like well, I guess sorry. Maybe like snorkeling or I don't know, surfing. I don't know. I would just go through here and I would like brainstorm like what can I do with this? Like maybe I would use multiple different clip arts. I wouldn't just use one for this. I think that's the main thing I'm seeing here. So you could do like let's just do something really quick. So like sandcastle or like I don't know. Oh, that's another thing is I would leave some room so they can see what I'm talking about. Just pull it up a little bit right here. And then like sandcastle or like I don't know, swimming. Something like that. And then you can just duplicate this. And what I would do is I would keep this on the edge right here, and then I would pull this to the center. And then duplicate and do the same thing on the other side. But I would make sure that it makes sense. Okay, there we go. And then you do build a sandcastle, build a castle, or go swimming. And then I would make sure that this text is smaller. There we go. Build a castle. Okay, so I would probably take this and put it here. Take this and put it here. And then add a little, oh my gosh, or And I would probably take this and do it like sideways. This or that. Something like that, right? You can make this font smaller or figure out some way to do this. Another way, this is going to be printed, so that looks nice. Okay, so we can do that. That's one. And then I just want to get another one up here really quick so we could kind of have a few. Maybe, I wish I had like ice cream. That's what I want. Where did this come from? uh, I keep realizing that I'm not showing you guys things. I'm like, oh wait, hold on. Let's see. We want to make this summer, so maybe like I see I've arrived at Christmas. All right. Peanut butter. All day. All right. There's got to be something better than this, Beth. Where is your clip art? Where's your rainbow sprinkle clip art? Okay. Uh, maybe cuties. I don't see summer. Oh, there it is. Okay, build a mermaid ice cream shop. There we go. So I wanted to do like a cup or a cone. So let's do okay. Cup. Well, that's not a cup. A cup or cone. That's not a cup. That. Oh, look who's back. Oh. Anchovy decided she wants to be my friend again. You hurt my feelings, Anchovy. So you could say like ice cream cone. So you could say cone or bowl. And then, oh, I got something in my bowl. Whoop, there we go. So there you go. So now we have two. So we can like, oh my gosh. So we can figure something else out. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. This dog is so funny. All right. So there we go. Gosh. All right. So there we go. I would then make some lined paper to go with this. So to make lined paper, I always just take this line, make it black, and weight of like 3. And then I'm going to zoom way in to show you something. So what I do with this is I put one on a line, right? And then I press Control D to duplicate, and then I put one on 2 lines away. 1 line away, sorry. And then I duplicate and come back. This dog. All right, so now we have 3. And then we can take this one and go up to shape outline and change the dashes. And then I like to also make it a little bit thinner because it's in the middle. There we go. So now what you can do is you can grab all 3, which you can do by clicking on all 3, but I like to just grab them all by like making a box, like clicking and holding and making a box that covers all 3 completely. It's not like Canva where you can just like touch it and it does it. On this dog is driving me nuts. And then so I grabbed all 3, and then what I like to do is before I group them, I like to arrange them in a line. So I distribute just to make sure that it's a good line. And then I align center. And then I grab all three and I right click and I group. And now what this does, you're like, Beth, nobody's going to have these lines that are that huge. I agree. You can make this a little bit smaller and they will stay equidistant apart. That's the ticket here. And you can also make it longer. So you can have like your little primary lines. You can do this with regular lines too. You could just take the middle one and make it into a regular line. Just do like 3 or 4 or however long. If you want to do like the whole page and then group them all together, you can duplicate them onto the next page. But I like to just have this primary page and then I Control D to duplicate. What are you doing? And put it down here. This way we have this guy, which is, okay, here's how I like to see that it fits. This dog is driving me nuts. All right, so you just grab that and copy and paste. Okay, so this top one isn't going to work. Grab that. And then we do the outline of black. We do the fill of white. And then we make sure you can right click this and format shape. This is another way to edit the shape. So you just go to shape options up here and then go to line. It's just line, not line. Okay. And then we make sure it's black. And then right here, we could type this in. So it's like 3. There you go. And now it matches your other lines. So this way they can use what you've got going already. You can also pull this up, maybe add a 3rd line or a 4th line. I don't know if that will work or if that's even a good idea. You can also make them a little bit smaller if you want. And then align center and arrange, align, distribute vertically. There you go. So you could do something like that so that this, they have the this or that and it fits. So you can cut this and then they can drop it here. I would add some teacher how-to for this. So like that they know how to do it and so that they can leave it with a sub. So like even if you have a product that like it's so obvious to you what it is, like it's a bingo card, right? You can still add, I would still add instructions so that your people have instructions to hand off to like a sub or something. Because sometimes, and because sometimes your brain is just like, your brain's not it, like it's not doing it, so like sometimes that happens. Another thing I would add here, just for funsies, would be, let's go over to insert a table. And this time we're going to do a 2x2. We're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're going to pull it all the way up to the top and then all the way to the bottom on the corners. And then we're going to do all borders. Oops, I forgot. All borders, just click it again and then click here for the shading. And then we're just going to hold Shift and Control and make it smaller. And then here you can put like writing prompts. So like I would choose blank because blank, for example. And then I would change this to KG right hands. And you can take this and just center. You can do it this way. Another fun thing you can do instead is like put it this way so that you can have things that make sense together. I would choose blank because blank. Sure, that works. And then you can just duplicate and add these in. Everyone's being loud downstairs and I'm worried. I'm worried that there's gonna be some drama. I would choose blank because blank. Yeah, you could even just do that 3 or 4 times, and then that can be something that they hand out to their people, right? So they can have these. I would do a lot of these, and then you could have say like print this out a few times to make sure, or like to like give them ideas for what to write. You can do something like that. You can also say like um I don't know. And then oops, make it a little bit bigger. And they can give one of these to each of their students. Um, this could be for older kids. um, I would choose blank because blank. And then my second reason is blank. I also think blank. And then they can give these to their people. I would take this and right click. Sorry, got to be on the outside. Right click and send back. And then you can add this to their things so they like know what they could write. Like if like they don't have any ideas, this is a good start. Something like that. Easy peasy. Nacho burrito. All right. And then like a teacher guide. I would add a teacher guide, like saying like you could use this for like give them ideas for what they would use it for, like for brain breaks or like opinion writing or early finishers or end of the year, social emotional learning, summer camp, morning meetings. Okay. So this is great. I love this because you can like build this out one time and then just swap the keywords, swap the keywords, swap the clip art, and just keep selling it for different things like summer and then back to school and then fall and then Halloween and then Thanksgiving, winter, Valentine's, ocean, 4th of July, although it's not on there yet. I think it will be. And the best thing is like you can do keywords, right? You can do like summer and then change it to back to school because I'm sure that it'll be in back to school. And then you can just do every season. Like you can just make one for everything, like 4th of July, Halloween, fall, back to school, all that, and then make it into a bundle for the year. And then people will grab that. They might not grab the 4th of July by itself, but they will buy the bundle. And when you add a 4th of July into it, then it's worth more. So it's just win, 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 win for you. And then so you can do like seasons and then you could do like thematic, like uh camping, um dinosaurs, community helpers, zoo animals and weather, transportation, things like that, outer space. Um and then you could just do that. So like you have the structure now, you understand the structure. So you can unlock delve into an entire product line. And then I mean, you know how much we love product lines over here. So that's what I would do. Okay. So I don't know. There's a few, yeah. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. I think that's everything I wanted to say. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if there's anything you would like me to talk about in a Trendy Thursday. And also let me know if you guys want in on that update products challenge. I don't know. Maybe I'll make it into something crazy like a workshop. I don't know, but I feel like that will be really valuable for you guys and it'll be really awesome. So yeah, um, this is what I would do with this. I'm gonna put this up in the membership, and then maybe I'll add a teacher thing for you. But yeah, so that's what I have for you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Have a good summer if I don't see you again. Or if you're like new here, I hope I see you again soon. I'm Beth Ann Averill. I love clip art and my dog Anchovy, even though she's loud and annoying sometimes. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. You're wonderful. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.